sit down because we belong to you, belong to you. We belong to you. Never cast us out. Open the mercy door. Hallelujah. 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 We thank the Lord for allowing you and I once again to be in His presence on this mercy day, the day to seek the mercy of God, to seek His favor. We give Him all the glory and all the honor for allowing you and I to be once again in His presence. There are many who would rather be here, but they cannot for one reason or another. We thank God that you and I have been privileged and given the grace to be in His presence. And so today we are reading from the book of Acts, the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 18, verses 1 to 11. The Acts of the Apostles, chapter 18, verses 1 to 11. And here we see Paul on his missionary journeys. It says, after these things, Paul departed from Athens and came to Corinth. We know before then he had been at different places, and everywhere Paul went, they persecuted him. In fact, the Holy Spirit had told him that everywhere you go, is suffering and persecution that awaits you. So he was not surprised. He took his life as a sacrifice to God and didn't care for his own life. So he traveled from Athens to Corinth. These were Italian cities. And the church in Corinth was made up for Gentiles. They were not Jews. Then he found a certain Jew in that place called Aquila. He had just come from Italy with his wife, Priscilla, because the emperor at the time, Claudius, he had commanded all the Jews to leave Rome. So you can see that the Jews have been suffering persecution for a long time. You know, Jews everywhere they are persecuted. Why? Because of the covenants, children of God. The same thing with you and I. If you're a true child of God, you would experience persecution. In fact, Apostle Paul said that anybody who would lead a godly life will face persecution. It is that persecution that will sanctify you, that will prepare you for the kingdom of heaven. Say, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, for whom the Lord loves, He chastens. Says, if you are without chastening or discipline, then you are illegitimate. So all of us are partakers of that chastening or discipline of the Lord. So this man, Aquila, he was a tent maker like Paul. That's how they came to meet. And he, taught the people in the synagogue every Sabbath. And he persuaded the Jews and the Greeks. And when Silas and Timothy were come from Macedonia, Paul was pressed in the spirit. What does that mean? He was pressed in the spirit and testified to the Jews that Jesus was Christ. That means that there was a heavy burden put on his heart to tell the people who Jesus was. Because this was the very early stages of the church. And most of the people in the church at the time, they were mostly Jews. It was this time that the Gentiles came to join them. Because Jesus was a Jew, all the apostles were Jews, so naturally the Jews came to them. But then we can see what happened here. So let's go to Acts 17, 14 and 15. And read Acts 17, 14 and 15. And then immediately the brethren sent away Paul to go as his was to the sea, but Silas and Timothy abode there still. And they that collected Paul brought him unto Athens, and receiving a commandment unto Silas and Timothy, for to come to him with all speed, they departed. So, he testified that Jesus was Christ. What does that mean? Jesus was Christ. Or Jesus was the Christ. What does it mean that Jesus was Christ? Christ means the anointed one. You see, Moses had prophesied and written in Deuteronomy that there was going to come a prophet like himself, that God was going to anoint, and anybody who did not follow him will be cast off. Moses had prophesied that about Deuteronomy. So the Jews were looking for this anointed person to come. And they did not recognize Jesus. They felt that another person will come. Why? Because they looked for like a king or a prince who was going to come from a royal house, or they could not accept that Jesus, who was a very carpenter, who was born in the manger, had nothing to write home about, to be the anointed one. These are the mistakes most of us make. When we think of things of God, we think of things right and flashy, but God always comes in humble ways. So he had to testify, he had to prove to them through the scriptures, the Old Testament, that Jesus was the one that they were waiting for. So naturally, they did not accept his testimony. See, they opposed, the Bible says that they opposed themselves. They didn't oppose God. It was them, they opposed themselves, they opposed because it was giving them the word of life, something to save their souls, and they rejected it. So it was their own loss, it was not Paul's loss. So what I'm trying to tell you, when you preach the gospel to people and they reject it, don't feel disappointed. Don't feel disappointed, because the light that you shine into their lives is what they're rejecting, and it's their loss, not your loss. Don't feel that you failed in any way. No. So they opposed themselves and blasphemed. That means they said Paul was talking nonsense. So when he realized that they were not going to receive him, Paul shook his raiment, his clothing, and said unto them, your blood be upon your own heads. I'm clean, from henceforth I will go to the Gentiles. See? So the Jews were given the opportunity for salvation because they're the ones that were in covenant with God originally. But because of their religious spirits, they could not see Jesus as their Messiah. They could not accept him. And so what happened? They rejected him. And because they rejected him, now that gift of salvation was now sent to the Gentiles. And the Gentiles, of course, heartily accepted the gospel. Paul told them that their blood was upon their own heads. What did he mean by that? He meant that because blood is life. If you refuse the word of salvation, that means you are automatically going to go to hellfire. That's what it is. And your life on your own heads. The fact that you rejected this means that you are responsible for your own destiny. Because God has sent me to you, and you have rejected the word of God. He said, I'm clean. My hands are clean, can be counted against me. I've done my job as I ought to do it. I've preached the gospel to you, and you have rejected it. Let's go to Leviticus 20, or Ezekiel 3, verse 18. Ezekiel 3, verse 18. And Leviticus 20, verse 9. And Matthew 10, 14. Matthew 10, 14. Matthew 10, 14 says, and whatsoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. And that's what Paul did. When they refused to accept this message, he shook off the dust from his clothes. So that's it. Your blood be upon your own heads. Leviticus 20, verse 9. And Ezekiel 3, 18 and 9. Yes.
For everyone who curses his father or his mother. Leviticus 20.
Verse 9.
For everyone who curses his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. He has cursed his father or his mother. His blood shall be upon
his own head. He's responsible for his own destiny. Isaiah 3, 8 and 9. And
so they had the hands of a man
and under the the four angels, the vision of Ezekiel. Ezekiel 3, 8 and 9. Ezekiel 3, 8 and 9. And it says, Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. God told Ezekiel that when he sent him to preach to the house of Israel. He knew they were very rebellious, he knew they would not receive him, he knew they would intimidate him. So Ezekiel told him that he had hardened him, that he should not be afraid. This is the same message was given to Apostle Paul by Lord Jesus in the vision. Because when you preach the gospel, don't think that everybody will receive it. No. The gospel was for free. It's what liberates people, it's what heals people. And Satan does not want anybody to be healed or delivered or liberated. So he will oppose you every inch of the way. When you say you want to preach, other people will rise up and criticize you. They will discourage you. Something will happen, either they shut the place, or they, have you not heard where people are going to preach and they told them they mustn't lay hands on people? And there mustn't, all kinds of obstruction. Paul experienced it. So if you're going to preach the gospel, don't expect it to be a smooth ride. There's nothing Satan hates more than the preaching of the gospel, because he knows that that is what will set people free. So when you begin to counter opposition in all ways, it just means you need more prayers. That's all it means. It just means you need to start doing night vigils and binding those forces sent against you, those demons of hindering what you're doing, hindering the work of the Lord. You know, God has given us the power, you just have to use it. We can't just sit down and start saying, oh God, how can you allow this to happen to me? Am I not doing your work? No. God said, look, I've given you the power to cast out this demons troubling you. Just use it. So, they opposed, and Paul told them that he was leaving them, and from there he was going to go to the Gentiles. So God doesn't force anybody. If he sends somebody to you and you refuse, that's it. We'll go to somebody else. We never see in the gospel where, you know, like some faiths, they force people to become Christian. You'll never see that. God's loving spirits, the gentle spirits. So when these people, these Jews and the Greeks, when they opposed Paul and they blasphemed, he shook his garments and said, that's it, you have blood upon your heads, I'm clean. From now I'm going to go to the Gentiles. And Paul was the apostle to the Gentiles. Peter was the apostle to the Jews, but Paul was sent specifically to the Gentiles. So through him, many churches were raised up. And many people found Christ through his ministry. So he left them and went to this man's house called Justus. He was a worshiper of God. His house was next to the synagogue. And then Christus, the chief ruler, he also believed in the Lord. So you can see that there were some Jews amongst them that still believed, but all of them opposed God. You see, in any way you preach, there will be people who will be for God. You may not see them. Remember when Elijah told God that there was nobody left, he was the only one left, and God said, no, Elijah, as there are 7,000 who have not bowed the knee to Baal. See? So even among these people, the chief ruler of the synagogue, he believed in the Lord in all his house. So the whole house of believers, Christians. And many of the Corinthians hearing believed and were baptized. But those ones that believed, they are not the ones who will making noise and shouting. It's the unbelievers that will make most noise. Because Satan will use them to oppose Paul, to discourage people, to intimidate people. I'd like to tell you that if you want to do the work of God, be ready for opposition. You might not even be, just be somebody in your class you want to talk to, or a friend of yours. You'll be amazed at the kind of opposition you face. I've had people in secondary school come to tell me that they were trying to talk to their friends about Jesus, and immediately the principal called them to the office. He said, don't ever do this again. Don't mention the name of Jesus in school. This is a secular school. There's no religion here. No, okay? If you do that again, serious issue. So don't think it's right doing the work or preaching the word of God. It's getting more and more difficult now as we approach the end times. So this man believed, and many Corinthians believed as well, and were baptized. Why do you need to be baptized? That's a topic by itself. So the process is once they believed, they were saved, the next thing was to baptize them. Why? Happened in the book of Acts several times. Jesus himself was baptized, even though he did not need to be baptized. Because when he approached John, John said, no, I need to be baptized by you. But Jesus said, let it be done for righteousness' sake. Because baptism is symbolic of the death and burial of the old man and the beginning of the new man. See? That's what it symbolizes. That's why once you're saved, you truly accept Jesus, you need that right of baptism. Because when you go to the water, it's like the old man goes to the water, it's carried into the water, and the new man comes. And many people have received the baptism of the Holy Spirit after they were baptized, came out of the water, speaking in tongues. Because the Holy Spirit came upon them, just like our Lord Jesus Christ. So the Lord told Paul the vision, be not afraid, but speak and hold not thy peace. You see? Be not afraid, but speak and hold not thy peace. The main purpose for you and I, as children of God, is to spread the message of the good news of our Lord Jesus Christ. It's like we're sowing a seed, and nothing must ever stop that. Even when you face opposition, like you are going to face in your walk, don't be discouraged. That's why you don't have to appear to him, because maybe he saw that he was getting discouraged. When the people he went to preach to, they opposed him, nobody showed any interest, maybe they stopped coming to church or something like that. Jesus had to say, look, Paul, I know what you're going through, but don't stop. In fact, the more reason you should continue is the fact that you experience that opposition. Because if you are not preaching the true word of God, you will not experience opposition. The fact that you're preaching the true word, that's when you face opposition. Because Satan does not want anybody to be freed by the word. He doesn't want it. So you said, don't stop. Don't be afraid. Speak. See? It's just like you're letting out a lion. Your duty is to speak. The duty of our Lord Jesus Christ is to change men's hearts. So you and I have a sacred duty to share that message, the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. That he has come and given us a chance of salvation. That we don't have to carry a heavy load of sin anymore. He's borne it on his own mark. You and I have a duty to do that everywhere we go. To strangers, people you know, share. Because you don't know that person you're talking to. You may never see them again. That may be the last chance to hear the gospel. So Jesus told him, he said, for I am with thee, and no man shall set on thee to hurt thee. For I have much people in the city. So Jesus was telling him that he had many people in the city. And Paul would not believe that, because all he saw was the opposition. You see, that's all he saw. But Jesus said, Paul, keep on preaching. Keep on preaching. Because there are many people that are not going to be saved through your ministry. You see? But also was the negativity, the intimidation, the discouragement. This is not the same story that you and I go through when we do the work of God. We don't see all those people that God is still going to bring to the cross of Jesus Christ through us. We only see the negative things. So Jesus came and he appealed to him, he encouraged him, and spoke to him in a vision. So let's go to Acts 23, verse 11, Jeremiah 1, 18, 19. Jeremiah 1, 18, 19. In Acts 23, verse 11.
Acts 23, verse 11.
Yeah.
But the following night,
Yes.
the Lord stood by him
Yes.
and said, Be of good cheer, Paul, for as you have testified for me in Jerusalem, so you must also bear witness.
That's it. So you can see him encouraging Paul again that he will need to go to Rome to testify of him. You see, we don't see like God sees. That's the problem. If we could see like he sees, we would not be so discouraged. You know, God has set some people that are going to come to be saved through his ministry. But Satan was discouraging him, made him feel as if nobody would ever come to church again. That all his work was nothing, his work was wasted. So Jesus had to encourage us, keep on preaching, Paul. And with you, nobody will hurt you. There are many people who are still going to be saved in this city. Just keep on preaching. Keep on sowing the seed. Because you never know who's going to believe, you see. It's like you're throwing the seed on a field. You don't know which one of those seeds is going to survive. Some will die, others are taken by the birds, but some of those seeds won't yield harvest. So your duty as a preacher of the gospel is just sow the seed. Tell people about Jesus. Jeremiah 1:18-19 says, Behold,
I have made you this day a fortified city,
yes,
and an iron pillar, and bronze walls,
yes,
against the whole land, against the kings of Judah,
yes,
against his princes, against his priests, and against the people of the land. They will fight against you, but they shall not prevail against you.
See?
For I am with you, says the Lord, to deliver you.
You can see the same message given to Jeremiah. And we know that Jeremiah suffered a lot when he gave the prophecies God concerning the people of Israel. They eventually threw him in a waterless pit, and he had to be rescued. He nearly died there, had no food, no water for days. That's why Jesus said, count the cost when you want to follow me. There's a cost to following Jesus Christ. If you don't want to have any difficulties, you don't want to have opposition, then don't follow Jesus. If you want a normal life, nobody hating you, nobody speaking bad about you, you want everybody to be friends with you, then you cannot follow Jesus. As soon as you decide to follow Jesus, immediately you become an enemy of Satan, and he sends his demons against you, and they'll be watching you, looking for ways to torment you, to trouble you, to pull you down. Every day, they never stop until you pass to glory. So you complain that, oh Lord, when is this going to stop? It will stop when you get to heaven. As long as on this earth, Satan will not leave you alone. See? Even when he tempted Lord Jesus Christ in the wilderness after fasting 40 days, the Bible says that he left him for a little while, only to come back and enter through the Pharisees who opposed him throughout his ministry. And eventually, of course, sold him to the Romans to be crucified. So let us be encouraged that we will work of the Lord, that we will face persecution, we will face opposition. Our Lord Jesus Christ faced the same things, but he overcame. And his wish for you and I, just like for Paul and Jeremiah, is for us to overcome. Overcome means facing opposition, but you are going above them. They're not pulling you down. That's why it says that they will fight against you, but they shall not prevail. Don't imagine a world where you're doing the work of the Lord and there's no opposition. That doesn't exist. If you're a child of God, you will face opposition everywhere you go. And you're wondering why. It's because there's a mark on you. They can see the mark. They can see the light on your forehead. And the angels of Satan will oppose you. Everywhere they will oppose you. So be ready and be encouraged. Just like he encouraged Apostle Paul, you too, you need that encouragement. Don't stop what you're doing. Don't get intimidated. Don't be afraid. He is with you. And through you, he's going to bring many souls to salvation. So we thank God for his word tonight. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for your words of life spoken to our hearts today. Let this word sink deep into our spirit. Give us the boldness and the courage of the Holy Spirit to share the message of the good news of our Lord Jesus Christ wherever we find ourselves. To bring healing to the nations, to bring salvation to those who don't know you. Father, as we're doing your work, come and be with us. Strengthen us as you strengthened Apostle Paul, as strengthened Jeremiah. Don't let them overcome us. Give us your strength. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. 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 In Jesus' name.